3 kids and half a dog or whatever. That's the primary building block of society. But where do those families come to be built and to strengthen and to grow? And it's the church. A lot of people think you can just be willy-nilly with church attendance and with coming to the house of God. No. And I hope this time apart has made us desire to be in God's house much more. But here's a couple of things that we learn and we grow in the faith, in the church. Integrity, character, morality. Now, I'm not so naive to think that everybody who comes to church has integrity, character, or morality. And I'm not so naive to not think that people who don't come to church can't have integrity, character, or morality. But primarily, this is where it's built. We wonder about our society. We see it from our political system to our business systems to all other things. We see a lack of integrity and character many times, and even morality. And we wonder why. Well, where's the church been? What has happened to the church? The church is the primary place where these things are built and instilled within children and others. You can't be a person who comes once a quarter, or what they call a creaster. You come at Christmas and Easter, and then when your children are not having true integrity, character, or morality when they get a little older, wondering what happened. Gosh, gee, no, really, what did happen? We have to be steady in the church. This is where all these things are built. If we want to gain our society back, if we want to truly get a hold of this depraved society, and I'm talking from the top to the bottom, politically, socially, business-wise, you can have a system that is a good system. I think capitalism is a good system, but without integrity and morality, you have some issues. You've got some real problems, and we need that. And we need to grow up and raise up people of integrity, character, and morality. This is where the church comes in. We can no longer focus on trying to entertain people. We can no longer focus on trying to make people feel good about themselves. I want you to feel good when you leave church, but we have got to get down to brass tacks and begin to build up people in the faith. And this is what happens in the faith. Years ago, when I was a child, it was not even questioned if you would be in the house of God. You just came. That's just the way it was. And now we see a movement. I come every 2 or 3 weeks. And I'm still a regular attender of church. No, you're not. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be mean here, but that's just the facts. We saw a time when people were more, and this is when people say, well, we like to go back to a better time. Well, here's what I think they're talking about. A lot of people bring up all the problems of the past and all this. That's not what they're talking about. I think they're talking about this. There was a time when people were in the house of God and they were being taught pretty good theology, pretty good biblicism. And for the most part, you didn't have to worry about, somebody stealing your car, somebody robbing your bank account or what have you. There was a time you could leave your keys in your car. In small towns like I grew up in, Pontiac, I'm sure, was probably very similar. But we've got to get back to this. We've got to build integrity and character in our young people and in ourselves. And I hope that as we get ready to come back, and I'm hoping this is very soon, that we will understand that this is vital and that no longer can we be a church who is a church that is just very willy-nilly about the gospel and about the things of God, but that we're very serious about this, because if we truly do want to get our society back, and we truly want to have a society which I think everybody can thrive and do well in, we've got to have integrity, character, and morality, and that comes primarily from the church. The Lord bless and keep you this day and always. We ask that you continue to be blessed in God, and that you continue to take care of one another.